Hey everybody, it's Robert Watson here. As promised, I'm going to do a wee talk on motivators and how best to make use of your motivators. Really think about what your motivators are and how these can possibly align with your goals. In fact, what we'll do is a separate session on goals because it's a very good follow-up in terms of motivators. So, where should we start? So what is motivation? Well, motivation is the power to go and do something that you maybe wouldn't have done before. So that's probably in its rawest form what we call a motivator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I put together a couple of slides that I'm going to refer to because this is more of a kind of thought-provoking exercise. It's about getting you thinking on what your motivators are and your motivational style. So let's go into it. So if you've got a pen and piece of paper handy, that would be useful because I'm going to ask you 10 questions and there's no right or wrong answers because it's unique to everybody, and there's 3 possible answers to each question. And then what I'd like you to do at the end is circle each column that's got an answer that you replied to and then tally it up at the end. Alright, so it's a good exercise to do. I'll upload the actual slide deck to the group as well, so you've got it again for referral. So don't worry if you've not got a pen or piece of paper, but please do listen to the actual questions and get thinking about what your motivators are. So let's go into it. So question number 1, I am proud when I get things done, is answer number 1. Answer number 2 is help other people. And answer 3 is solve problems by thinking things through. So that's question number 1. Yep, welcome Jane. Hiya. This Facebook Live is new to me. I'm not used to recording still video and posting it on, but I'm enjoying it, so welcome. So question number 2, I mostly think about answer 1, what's next, answer 2, people, or answer 3, different ideas. Question, hi Julie, welcome. Question number 3 is to relax, I tend to rely on a consistently relaxing activity, talk with friends, or learn something new. So that's question number 3. 7 more to go. I'm just realising it would probably be better if I had my monitor there, but not to worry. We'll go with it anyway. Question 4, I like to do things. Answer 1 is right away or in a schedule. Answer 2 is when everyone else can do it for me. Or answer number 3 is when it feels right to me. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5 is when online I like to search for specific information. That's answer 1. Answer 2 is write emails, texts, messages or chat. And answer number 3 is I follow links in many directions. So next question is project should be answer 1 is it finished on time. Answer 2 done in groups. Or answer 3 meaningful to my life. So what's your answers to that one? Next one, in school I like to answer 1, ask questions. Answer 2, make friends. Or answer 3, explore many topics. The next one, I believe schedules keep me organised, help me coordinate plans with other people. And answer 3 are useful tools to keep me on track. The next one is I like to be recognised for. Answer 1 being recognised, neat and on time. Answer 2 being kind, thoughtful and considerate to others. Or is it being clever, curious and a good problem solver? That's answer number 3. And I'm just laughing, Facebook said, congratulations, this is your most watched live video yet. That's because I think it's my first one. But thank you anyway, Facebook. A wee bit of positive reinforcement. And the last question, in terms of completing things, answer 1, I finish what I start. Answer 2, I like to enlist the help of other people. Or answer 3, I want to be learning from start to finish. So that is the last of the questions. And as I said at the start, the whole point, hi Babs, welcome. The whole point of this is to get you thinking about what your motivational style is. Now remember, there's no right or wrong answer. Every person is unique and how we interpret the world is also very unique. So just go and be honest with yourself, what is your motivational style? Because there's 3 categories. There's goal-orientated, social-orientated and learning-orientated. So when we're trying to make a change in our life of any shape, we have to learn that change. So it's important to know what your motivators are so you can tap into them. That'll help your learning and enhance what it is you're actually trying to change. So when you do this exercise, and as I said, I will post it onto the Facebook group, hi Lauren, welcome. Tally it up and put what one get the most score, and that would be then your primary motivational style. So write that down. As I said, it's goals, social or learning, and then calculate what your second one would be, and again capture that as your secondary motivational style. Alright, so the whole point of that exercise is to identify what is your motivational style, and the reason that's important is that you can actually use that to your advantage in terms of, well, if we look at this group for example, it's more of a lifestyle change. Hi Lorraine, welcome. So what you're changing is potentially your eating habits, you're maybe then going to exercise more, and you're also changing your mindset. So a healthy mind leads to a healthy body and vice versa. They do connect mind, body and soul. So it's important to get all these components and where they need to be. So that's a great tool to use to identify where you are. And you know, when you go through your life, potentially that could change as well. So don't be afraid to do it more than one time and with different exercises. Then the next step to that is about identifying what actually motivates you. So when people say to me, I just can't get motivated, well, is that true in their full life? No. Because most people can go and get motivated with other things. So what I want you to do is think about, write down on the left hand side 5 things that really motivate you really get motivated to do. So there are tasks that we naturally like to do more than others, so write those down. What's the 5 things that you are really motivated to do? Hi Lisa, welcome. And then on the column next to that, to the right hand side, write down 5 things that you're completely not motivated to do. Alright, so on the left we've got what top 5 things we're motivated to do, and then the next to that on the right hand side is 5 things you're really not motivated to do. So write those down. And then what I'd like you to do is write down 5 things that you tell yourself, it's fine, I don't need to do that because, so you're actually rationalising why you wouldn't do something. So if you think about you've got a goal or something you really want to change and you find yourself procrastinating about, you can't get motivated, and we sometimes tell ourselves, I'm sorry, you know, it's fine because, write down 5 things that you often rationalise yourself that's impacting you actually hitting your goal and achieving the change that you want to see in your life. So write that down as well. And then what I want you to do is actually think, take a step back, look at it holistically and think about, right, how does that actually make me feel? The reason I'm giving myself for not doing something and I'm demotivated for that, how does it actually make me feel that I'm not reaching my goal, push myself to get that? How does it make me feel? And write down how it actually makes you feel, because it will resonate somewhere in your body and it will give you an emotional feeling as well. So write that down, absolutely, that's a good thing to do. And then what I'd like you to do is write down someone who you admire, someone who has reached where you want to be. So someone that's you're kind of aspirational is to get where then you really, they're a role model. You really respect them. They've reached where you want to get to. So write down that person. And think about their motivation. Now obviously you don't know their motivation because you're not a person, but try and think about, right, what is their motivation to get there? Now it could be different from yours, but think about their kind of motivation. So really get the kind of the juices flowing with that one. And visualise through their eyes you actually achieving that goal. So they're at the goal that you want to get to, so you're aspiring to be there, but visualise them actually living what you're trying to aspire to. So really focus on that. That might sound a bit strange to anyone that's never heard it before, but visualisation. Hi Susan, welcome. So yeah, it's so powerful. What you see here is what you eventually see out here if you really focus. So visualise what it's like through their eyes, and really kind of bring that to life, bring in the emotions and the senses with that one. And again, ask the question, how does that actually make you feel? So you've reached that goal, you're seeing it through their eyes, you're living it, you're bringing it in, you're breathing it. How does that actually make you feel? And capture that, write it down. Alright, so as I said, it might sound a bit strange to anybody that's never done it before, and it does take something getting used to, or it can do. But don't worry about that. Nobody will see you. And we're all friends here, we'll support you, so we're all 100% behind you for that one. And then, I've kind of labelled this as goals, but goals is a whole big piece of work separately. And so in motivation, I'm only skimming the surface with this, but hopefully you'll get some value from that. But think about your goals. If you've not written your goals down, then I strongly suggest you do. You know, there's loads of evidence out there to support that people who write their goals down are far more successful than people who don't. And you know, there's Harvard studies and all sorts supporting that, so you can easily Google that. But do write your goals down. And what I want you to think about is, based on when you've identified your motivators and what's motivating you for this, maybe this particular subject, and especially, once you've identified your motivators, how does that align with your goals? Does it align with your goals, or do you need to rethink your goals? Often what happens is people think that their motivator is, well, let's use money for example. Well, my reason for why I do this is for money. When actual fact, when they go and do a bit of a self-analysis, as I would brand it, then what they often find is that, no, maybe I actually like helping people. So I can relate to that myself. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm not ashamed of that fact. I really love being an entrepreneur. And I had to actually go away and think, right, why am I do this? Is it because of money? No, it's because I actually enjoy empowering people, engaging with people, and helping people as much as I possibly can. It really uplifts my spirit. So it could be something like that. You thought, right, this is my motivator for doing X, Y, and Z. But in actual fact, now I've done that self-analysis piece, it's not, it's actually changed. So make sure that your goals reflect that time in your goals. And what I want you to do is, if you've not written your goals, take a step at writing your first goal. If you have written your goals, kudos, fantastic. But what I want you to do is go away and edit that and line with your motivators. Okay? Now I'm going to do a follow-up. I think I'll leave it a couple of weeks until you guys have got a chance to maybe go through this exercise. But I'm going to talk on goals and a great deal more. And I've got a different way of using goals compared to some old traditional ways of doing it, and it's been hugely successful, not just for me but for clients I've used, and you know, copious amounts of people across the world as well. So we'll definitely get into that, because it's a good natural flow and follow up to motivators. So that's it really from me. Just a quick more question to you guys to get you thinking about, right, what are your motivators? And what I would love for you guys to get from this is really re-evaluating what your motivators are, rethinking what your motivators are, and putting it to good use, writing your goals and getting the success that you crave. Okay? Now, if you find yourself still procrastinating, then don't worry, there's plenty of work that I can do with you as well. And here comes the cheap plug. Julie knows that I'm a success coach, and absolutely I'm growing my brand. So I'd be delighted to help any of you guys get to where you need to go. And it's great to be working with Ambition Nutrition. I know Julie's a first-class coach, and our content's absolutely fantastic, so I'm glad to be supporting that. But if you find you need a bit of additional support, then please feel free to reach out to me. You can get my details from Facebook. You can have a look at my website, which is workwithrobertwatson.com, and you can have a look at the different packages I've got there. But that is that from me. Hopefully, as I said, you've got some value from that. I will definitely put on in the next 10 minutes or so the slide deck that I created, and you can feel free to have a look at that and write your goals for the next time, for the follow-up. Okay, so have a nice evening, and I'll talk to you real soon. Thank you, bye bye.